Today's reflection is about cultivating the quiet internal strength that remains when everything else changes. We're often socialized to believe that yes is the language of kindness, generosity, and love. We say yes to the extra committee, the weekend favor, or the emotional labor of others because we fear that a no will make us appear cold or selfish. But mechanically, your yes is a limited resource. Every time you say yes to do something that drains you or misaligns with your values, you're accidentally saying no to something vital, your rest, your creativity, or your presence with the people who matter most. A boundary isn't a wall designed to keep people out. It's a gate designed to keep your peace in. And learning to say no is the act of becoming the architect of your own life. I once worked with a woman named Sarah, a teacher and mother who felt like she was leaking energy everywhere. She was the person everyone called because they knew she would never say no. She was the PTA lead, the neighborhood carpooler, and the emotional sounding board for 3 different friends going through crises. Sarah came to see me because she was starting to feel a simmering resentment towards the people she loved. And we looked at her yes list and realized that she had no room left for her own joy. I told her that if she said no to the bake sale, that meant yes to an hour of quiet with a good book. I ultimately taught her to practice using a pause before she agreed to anything for the next couple of weeks. Instead of an automatic yes, she started saying, "Let me check my capacity and get back to you." This small gap gave her the space to realize that she didn't actually have the capacity. Once she started saying no to the things that didn't align with her internal compass, that resentment vanished. She found that the people who truly loved her and cared about her didn't get angry when she set a boundary. They actually respected her more for it. So, how does this relate to your life? Well, in friendships, let's say you have a friend who's constantly venting to you without asking if you have the emotional space. A kind no sounds like, "I really want to support you, but I don't have the mental bandwidth to dive into this right now. Can we talk on Thursday instead?" Just giving that little pause will allow you to step back and really determine whether or not you can handle it right now without giving something else up that is actually more meaningful to you. Or in the workspace, no can be a tool for excellence. By saying no to a low priority task, you're saying yes to doing the primary job with more focus and less burnout. So, okay, I know the next thing that you're going to say is, "Okay, Melissa, that all sounds great, but I can't very well say no to my boss." And you're partly right. You may not be able to use the actual word no, but you can let them know that adding this task to your task list means that something else will have to wait. Here's how I've done it in the past. "It sounds like you need me to prioritize whatever the urgent task is. I want to be able to accommodate that, so can you help me decide what else I can push out a bit so that I can have time to get this done for you?" So what you're doing there, you're not saying no, but you're letting them know very clearly that you can't do everything. You can't prioritize everything. And that if this is the priority today, that something else needs to get moved farther down the list. So again, that's just a healthy boundary. The takeaway here is that every time you say yes to something that drains you or misaligns with your values, you're forced to say no to something else. And the key to creating an authentic life is making that decision consciously. One journal prompt in this month's prompts for the month is, if your body could speak to you today without using words, what is the first sensation it would share? And if you want to become the author of your own life, Subscribe to join our community and get your own free ebook. All subscribers receive a link to my ebook, The Author of My Own Life, which contains 365 journal prompts to guide you through a year-long journey of self-discovery and intention. Start your journey today.